Hello, my name is Kipnis. I was a gameplay programmer for a little over 15 years at Double Fine Productions. What I'd like to tell you about is some tips about if you've never worked in games and how you could start working in games and how to get into the industry. My number one, where you should start perhaps, is just learn as much as you can about what it takes to put a game together. Now, the thing is, it doesn't have to be anything too complicated. Like, you can actually start from some wonderful resources online. For instance, there's a game engine, there's a game engine that was developed by MIT called Scratch. You can find it, I think, if you just search online. It's just Scratch, like a cat. And it teaches you programming, but like kind of as if it was like little Lego pieces, like where you can just like combine the blocks to run the game. And there's also a slightly more advanced engine called Construct 3 that is also can run in your web browser. And I urge you to check it out and just go through some of the tutorials there. And you can start just with those and just building, like, 2D games because it will give you enough to understand how you actually make something. After that, you can either try out some more advanced engines, like for instance Unity 3D is a really great one. That's the one that is used professionally quite a bit. And so if you really feel comfortable in that, I think you're ready to go to game jams. So the number one thing about getting into the industry is that you need to meet people and form a community and actually try to make games together with others. And the best way to do that is just to find if there's a local jam happening near you. And some really big and popular ones are, for instance, Global Game Jam, and there might be some local ones. Like in Finland, I know that there's a Finnish game jam, and you should just find out when it happens and prepare your computer, have everything installed when you get there, and just find a team and meet some people that you might collaborate with. And usually game jams are only, they're for about 48 hours. They take place over the weekend, and by the end you will have like a little tiny game. But it's enough where you'll have the experience of working in a team, and you'll maybe meet people that you really love collaborating with, and then you can maybe make some plans to do more with them. And the thing is, it's really just important when you're going to an interview, or when you're handing in your resume to kind of just get your foot in the door, is companies really want to see that you've done a game, that you're capable of collaborating with other people. And so making maybe something slightly bigger, maybe you started with a game jam and you have like this little game that you think has a lot of promise. Of course, you only spend 2 days on it, so it's not quite there, but you can take that and then develop it, like really polish it and improve it until you actually have something that maybe you can release. Maybe you can just put online somewhere, or like whatever it is. It depends on what you've made, of course. But the point is, developers want to see that you know how games are made, that you know how to collaborate with people, that you're a kind person who is respectful of their teammates, and just someone who's really good to work with. And yeah, I think if you have a bunch of this experience, if you've done a few game jams, if you've done some games that are like a little bit bigger perhaps, with a small team, that makes you someone who people will want to hire.